Did you know that some half-dollar coins are no longer worth just 50 cents, but thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars? It may sound unbelievable, but these same coins were once used in everyday transactions, passing from hand to hand without anyone realizing their true value. Today, collectors are searching for specific years, rare mint marks, and tiny errors that can turn an ordinary coin into a life-changing discovery. What makes this even more exciting is that many people already have these coins in their collections, drawers, or old boxes, without knowing how valuable they really are. A small detail, a rare variation, or a hidden error could mean the difference between a common coin and a collector's treasure worth a fortune. In today's video, we'll reveal the history, real value, rare errors, and actual selling prices of these incredible half-dollar coins that collectors are buying right now. So make sure you watch until the end, because one of these coins could completely change what you think about your collection. Let's start now. First coin we are exploring is the 1971 United States half-dollar, a historic and fascinating piece of American coinage that marks the beginning of a new era for the iconic Kennedy half-dollar series. At first glance, the 1971 half-dollar may appear ordinary, a simple 50-cent coin that many people have seen or even held without giving it a second thought. But beneath its familiar appearance lies a powerful story of transition, innovation, and hidden collector potential that continues to captivate numismatists around the world. The year 1971 was a turning point. For the first time since the Kennedy half-dollar was introduced in 1964, the United States Mint made a dramatic and permanent change to the coin's composition. From 1964 to 1970, Kennedy half-dollars contained significant amounts of silver, making them intrinsically valuable and highly desirable. However, due to rising silver prices and increasing hoarding by the public, the U.S. Mint was forced to remove silver completely from regular circulation half-dollars. As a result, the 1971 half-dollar became the first Kennedy half-dollar struck entirely in a copper-nickel clad composition for general circulation, symbolizing a bold economic shift and a defining moment in modern American coinage history. This coin was struck at two major mint facilities, Philadelphia and Denver. The Philadelphia Mint coins carry no mint mark, while the Denver Mint coins feature a small but important D mint mark on the obverse, just below President Kennedy's portrait. Millions of these coins were produced, over 155 million in Philadelphia and more than 302 million in Denver. These large numbers might suggest that the coin is common, but the truth is far more compelling. Within these massive production runs exist rare and valuable variations, exceptional high-grade survivors, and elusive mint errors that have transformed ordinary examples into extraordinary collector prizes. The obverse of the coin features the powerful and dignified portrait of President John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. His expression captures strength, vision, and leadership, reflecting the enduring legacy of one of the most influential presidents in American history. The word liberty boldly surrounds the portrait, while the national motto "I in God we trust" appears below, reinforcing the philosophical and cultural identity of the United States. The date 1971 stands clearly beneath the portrait, marking the beginning of the copper-nickel clad era. The reverse design, created by Frank Gasparo, presents a breathtaking heraldic eagle with wings spread wide, clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbols of military readiness and peaceful intention. Above the eagle appears a circle of stars representing the unity of the states, while the bold inscription "United States of America" and half-dollar establishes the coin's authority and denomination. Every detail of this design conveys power, balance, and national pride. But what truly elevates the 1971 half-dollar from a common coin to a potential treasure is its condition and the presence of rare mint errors. Coins that have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition, especially those graded MS-65, MS-66, or higher, are far more difficult to find than most people realize. Because half-dollars saw limited circulation and were often stored improperly, flawless examples with sharp details, brilliant luster, and untouched surfaces are exceptionally desirable. Even more valuable are rare mint errors, including doubled dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and die cracks. These errors were created during the minting process and represent unique moments of imperfection within an otherwise precise system. Collectors are drawn to these anomalies because they are rare, unpredictable, and impossible to reproduce. Some error examples of the 1971 half-dollar have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on their rarity and visual impact. Another fascinating aspect of the 1971 half-dollar is the existence of special proof versions struck at the San Francisco Mint. These proof coins were not intended for circulation, but were carefully produced for collectors using polished dies and specially prepared planchets. The result is a coin with mirror-like fields and razor-sharp details that represent the highest standard of mint craftsmanship. High-grade proof examples, especially those with deep cameo contrast, are highly prized in the numismatic community. What makes this coin even more compelling is its accessibility. Unlike older rare coins that disappeared long ago, the 1971 half-dollar can still be found in collections, old coin jars, inherited boxes, and forgotten storage. Many people possess this coin without realizing its potential value. A single high-grade example or rare error could be worth far more than its face value, transforming an overlooked object into a meaningful and valuable discovery. The 1971 half-dollar represents more than just money. It represents change, resilience, and the evolution of a nation's currency during a time of economic transformation. It stands at the intersection of history and modernity, connecting the silver-rich past with the clad-based future. For collectors, it offers opportunity. For historians, it offers meaning. And for those who take the time to look closely, it offers the thrilling possibility that something ordinary could, in fact, be extraordinary. Next coin, the 1973 United States half-dollar with no mint mark, struck at the historic Philadelphia Mint, stands as a powerful symbol of endurance, precision, and the evolving identity of modern American coinage within the legendary Kennedy half-dollar series. At first glance, the 1973 half-dollar without a mint mark may appear calm, familiar, and even ordinary, but beneath that quiet surface lies a coin forged during a time when half-dollars were no longer widely used in everyday commerce, transforming them from circulating money into preserved artifacts of national history and collector fascination. By 1973, the role of the half-dollar had already begun to change dramatically. Unlike earlier decades when half-dollars moved constantly through banks, stores, and public hands, the early 1970s marked a period when these coins were increasingly set aside, saved, and protected. The removal of silver in 1971 had altered public perception, and as a result, many half-dollars no longer circulated heavily. This created an unexpected and powerful effect. While millions were officially produced, far fewer entered real circulation, and even fewer survived in flawless, untouched condition. This subtle shift transformed the 1973 half-dollar into a coin where condition, preservation, and striking quality became the defining factors of its true rarity and long-term value. The Philadelphia Mint struck more than 64 million half-dollars in 1973, all without a mint mark, as was the tradition for that facility. The absence of a mint mark does not indicate weakness or incompleteness. On the contrary, it signifies origin from the oldest and most historically significant mint in the United States, a facility responsible for producing some of the nation's most iconic coinage since the 18th century. Every 1973 no-mint mark half-dollar carries that legacy forward, representing continuity, authority, and the enduring excellence of American minting craftsmanship. The obverse design presents the commanding portrait of President John F. Kennedy, a figure whose legacy transcends politics and enters the realm of symbolism and inspiration. Designed with remarkable artistic strength, the portrait reflects determination, clarity, and vision. The word liberty arches boldly above his profile, forming a crown of national philosophy, while the phrase "I am God we trust" reinforces the spiritual and cultural foundation of the nation. The date 1973 stands firm beneath the portrait, marking a year defined by economic change, global uncertainty, and the continued evolution of American currency. The reverse design reveals the majestic heraldic eagle, a symbol of supreme authority and balanced power. With wings fully extended, the eagle commands attention, holding arrows that represent strength and readiness, alongside an olive branch that symbolizes peace and diplomatic wisdom. Surrounding the eagle is a circle of stars, representing unity among the states, while the inscriptions United States of America and $50 establish identity and denomination with absolute clarity. This design is not merely decorative. It is a declaration of national strength, resilience, and continuity. What elevates the 1973 no-mint mark $50 into a realm of serious collector interest is the extraordinary importance of condition. Because many of these coins were stored carelessly in bags, rolls, and containers, examples with perfect surfaces, blazing original mint luster, and razor-sharp details have become increasingly scarce. Coins graded MS65, MS66, and especially MS67 represent the highest levels of preservation, where every detail remains untouched by time, friction, or environmental damage. These elite survivors are pursued aggressively by collectors who understand that true rarity is not defined only by mintage numbers, but by survival in exceptional condition. Even more compelling is the existence of rare mint errors within the 1973 Philadelphia production. These errors include doubled die varieties, off-center strikes, die cracks, and clipped planchets, each representing a unique moment when the precision of the minting process was interrupted. These mint errors are not flaws in the ordinary sense. They are rare mechanical signatures of the mint itself, transforming standard coins into one-of-a-kind collector treasures. Error coins from this year have achieved remarkable auction results, proving that even modern-era $50 can hold extraordinary financial and historical value when rarity and condition align. Another dimension of importance lies in the special mint set and proof versions produced in 1973, particularly those struck with exceptional care for collectors. These coins exhibit mirror-like surfaces, deep contrast, and extraordinary detail, reflecting the highest standards of mint artistry. Proof examples with strong cameo or deep cameo contrast are especially prized, as they combine technical perfection with visual brilliance, creating coins that are as much works of art as they are instruments of currency. The 1973 no-mint mark $50 exists within a fascinating paradox. It is modern enough to still be found, yet old enough to represent a different era. It is common in production numbers, yet rare in perfect condition. It is familiar in design, yet extraordinary in preservation potential. This duality creates opportunity, because hidden among ordinary examples may exist extraordinary survivors waiting to be recognized. For collectors, this coin represents discipline, patience, and discovery. For historians, it represents a moment when American coinage transitioned from daily necessity to collectible legacy. And for anyone holding one today, it represents possibility. The possibility that a quiet, overlooked coin could carry within it a powerful story, a meaningful connection to history, and a value far beyond its humble 50-cent denomination. Next coin, the 2023 P United States $50, struck at the legendary Philadelphia Mint, emerges not as a relic of the distant past, but as a modern-era powerhouse of precision, legacy, and rising collector momentum within the iconic Kennedy $50 lineage. What makes this coin profoundly fascinating is the fact that it exists at the intersection of present reality and future rarity. Unlike coins that required a century to prove their importance, the 2023 P $50 is already commanding attention, already being preserved, and already establishing its identity as a modern collectible with powerful long-term potential. The Philadelphia Mint, represented by the distinguished P Mint mark, carries unmatched historical authority. This facility is not simply a production center. It is the original heartbeat of American coinage, a place where monetary instruments are transformed into permanent national symbols. Every 2023, P $50 struck there represents continuity of excellence, executed with advanced minting technology that ensures microscopic precision, flawless structural balance, and exceptional detail clarity. The presence of the P Mint mark beneath President Kennedy's portrait confirms its origin from this world-class institution, reinforcing its authenticity and historical legitimacy. The obverse design displays the enduring portrait of President John F. Kennedy, a leader whose image has transcended generations and become one of the most recognized faces in global numismatics. His profile radiates strength, vision, and timeless authority. The word liberty stretches boldly above him, not merely as a label, but as a declaration of national philosophy. The inscription "I in God we trust" reinforces cultural identity, while the date 2023 anchors the coin firmly within the modern era, an era defined by technological advancement, economic complexity, and growing collector awareness. This date carries unique psychological power because collectors understand that modern coins, when preserved perfectly from birth, become the elite rarities of tomorrow. The reverse design features the commanding heraldic eagle, wings expanded in absolute dominance, representing sovereign authority and balanced national strength. The eagle grasps arrows and an olive branch, expressing the dual capacity for defense and peace. The surrounding stars symbolize unity and federal integrity, while the inscriptions "United States of America" and $50 establish clarity, permanence, and official monetary status. Every line, every contour, every surface reflects advanced minting perfection, achieved through modern die engineering and high-pressure striking techniques. What elevates the 2023 $50 into a position of strategic collector importance is its evolving role in circulation and preservation. In today's world, $50 are no longer heavily used in daily transactions. This dramatically reduces circulation, but also reduces public familiarity, meaning fewer people actively handle or preserve them intentionally. Many are released directly into storage, rolls, mint sets, or collections. This creates a powerful reality. Coins that survive in flawless mint state condition from the very beginning become the foundation of future high-value collector markets. Coins graded MS67, MS68, and beyond represent the absolute pinnacle of preservation. These elite examples possess uninterrupted mint luster, immaculate surfaces, and razor-sharp strike definition. At these levels, the coin transcends its face value completely and becomes a certified collector asset. As time advances, the population of perfect high-grade examples inevitably stabilizes, and demand intensifies among collectors seeking the finest modern representatives of the Kennedy $50 legacy. Another dimension of rising interest lies in the long-term psychology of modern coin collecting. Today's collectors are no longer focused only on ancient or silver-based coins. There is a powerful and accelerating movement towards securing flawless modern issues early, before the broader market recognizes their scarcity. The 2023 $50 exists precisely within this opportunity window. It is new enough to be obtainable, yet significant enough to represent the continuation of one of the most iconic coin series in global numismatic history. The survival rate of perfect coins will define their future value. Over time, exposure to handling, environmental factors, and improper storage will reduce the number of pristine examples. This natural process transforms original, untouched coins into increasingly scarce assets. Collectors who recognize and preserve elite examples early position themselves at the forefront of future collector demand. The 2023 $50 also carries symbolic power beyond its physical composition. It represents continuity across generations, from the emotional introduction of the Kennedy $50 in 1964 to the technologically perfected strikes of the modern era. It connects history, memory, and national identity into a single physical object that can be held, preserved, and passed forward. What makes this coin especially compelling is its proximity to the present moment. This is not a coin lost in distant history. It is a coin born in the modern age, existing in real time, with its collector destiny still unfolding. This creates a rare and powerful opportunity, because modern coins preserved in perfect condition often become the most sought-after registry-grade examples in the decades that follow. The 2023 $50 is not defined by age alone. It is defined by potential, precision, and preservation. It stands as a modern symbol of minting excellence, a continuation of a legendary lineage, and a strategic acquisition point for collectors who understand that tomorrow's rarities are often hiding in plain sight today. Within its flawless surfaces lies not just 50 cents of monetary value, but the foundation of future historical significance, collector demand, and the enduring legacy of one of the most powerful coin series ever created.